In the construction and building renovation industry, drywall workers are among those who risk exposure to asbestos in the course of doing their jobs. Asbestos exposure can cause disabling or fatal diseases such as asbestosis, lung cancer, gastrointestinal cancer, and mesothelioma, a form of cancer that affects the membranes covering the lungs and body organs. In addition to its well-known use as a fire retardant and heat insulator, asbestos was also used as a reinforcing or binding agent in plastics and cement. As such, asbestos was used in building materials including plaster, drywall tape, and drywall joint compound. Drywall, which is a thin layer of gypsum between two layers of heavy paper, is commonly used when building or replacing walls and ceilings because it is both faster and cheaper to install than plaster. It became popular for those reasons during World War II. The two kinds of drywall workers are installers and tapers. Installers, also called applicators or hangers, fasten drywall panels to a building's inside framework. They are often required to cut the drywall panels in order to fit them around doorways and windows and must create cutouts for electric outlets, vents, plumbing, and the like. Drywall tapers or finishers then tape and finish joints and imperfections in the drywall in preparation for the panels to be painted. They spread drywall joint compound into each side of drywall joints. Then, press a paper tape into the wet compound to reinforce the drywall and to hide imperfections. They also cover nail and screw depressions with this compound, along with imperfections caused by the installation of heating vents and other fixtures. The drywall joint compound is then sanded, and this whole process repeated until the entire surface is smooth and ready to paint. Some tapers apply textured surfaces to walls and ceilings with trowels, brushes, or spray guns. Although asbestos has not been used as a component of drywall products since the 1980s, asbestos-containing dust may be generated during wall repair or demolition of buildings constructed before 1980. While the use of hand tools or drills with dust collection devices fitted with a HEPA filter can reduce the chance of asbestos exposure, major work involving asbestos-containing drywall products should be undertaken with extreme care. In March of 2007, a San Francisco jury awarded the family of a former drywall taper more than $868,000 in a trial against the former manufacturer and supplier of asbestos-containing joint compound, spray texture, and acoustical sealing spray. The jury in the trial found that the products manufactured Rich Text Incorporated, a Richmond, California company, were responsible for the asbestosis and mesothelioma that caused the 2003 death of Douglas Ivins, a San Francisco area resident who worked for 47 years as a drywall taper. From 1963 to 1977, Rich Tex manufactured and supplied drywall products that contained asbestos, including joint compound, spray texture, and acoustical sealing spray. Rich Tex supplied asbestos-containing drywall products to the majority of Mr. Ivins' employers during that time period. Attorneys for the plaintiff presented evidence showing that hazardous asbestos dust was released when Rich Tex drywall products were mixed, applied, sanded, and/or cleaned up according to product instructions. This dust was then inhaled by Ivins and his co-workers. Diseases associated with asbestos exposure generally do not appear for 20 or more years after initial exposure, so even people who haven't worked as a drywall installer or drywall taper in many years may still be at risk for developing mesothelioma or another asbestos-related disease. Such workers are urged to discuss their possible asbestos exposure with their doctor and to receive regular checkups for any signs of asbestos-related disease. Thank you for watching. This video was produced by Asbestos.Net, a leading resource on all aspects of asbestos and mesothelioma. Our priority is to inform victims about the devastating effects of asbestos exposure, mesothelioma, asbestos cancer, asbestosis, and other asbestos-related diseases, and to advise them with a wealth of information. Individuals whose lives have been touched by mesothelioma have numerous questions and concerns.
Their caregivers and family members also need accurate, reliable information. If you or a loved one have been diagnosed with mesothelioma or asbestos cancer and need more information, we invite you to visit and explore the thousands of pages of oncologist-reviewed material on Asbestos.net, to call our convenient toll-free number shown below and speak with a mesothelioma specialist, or to use the simple contact form found at Asbestos.net to request a free copy of our informative books, custom inserts, and DVD. Asbestos.net. Information and help for patients and families.